Ghana Football Association has banned referee Daniel Oteng for what they describe as a deliberate denial of opposition, a penalty in a game involving Sekondia Zakas and Nzema Kotoko. Now, Mubarak Haruna of Joy Sports has been following and has put together this report.
The match review panel took the decision to ban Oteng for the rest of the season for failing to award a penalty they deemed deliberate. Nzema Kotoko claimed that the referee ignored infringements on their players in the 25th, 56th and 70th minutes of the match. They also claimed their officials and fans of Nzema Kotoko were heckled by the home team. After watching the video, the committee found that the incidents in the 25th and 70th minutes were not clear fouls that should warrant a call from referee Daniel Oteng appear. However, in the 56th minute, the committee found that the goalkeeper Anthony Brebo clearly fouled the Nzema Kotoko attacker Akese in the penalty area and should have attracted a direct free kick and a yellow card caution. Hence, a clear penalty was ignored. This happened because the referee was too far from the penalty area. Hence, they have directed that he will not officiate any match for the rest of the season. The move of the panel was to win the confidence of football enthusiasts in the refereeing sector, an area that was deemed as a major nemesis of local football in the number 12 documentary. Daniel Oteng becomes the fourth official to be banned by the GFA this season. The association earlier banned Isaac Basso for poor output in the game involving Wasserman and Star Madrid. Wasserman FC complained about referee Isaac Basso and assistant referee 1 Zachari's decision to disallow a goal they scored, which resulted in abrupt end of the match. Per the video watched, the committee found that the decision of the referee was wrong and Wasserman should have been credited with a goal. The committee also found that the performance of the referee of his assistant 1 contributed a great deal of negativity in the game, which finally resulted in the abrupt end of the game. Consequently, the match review panel therefore takes the following decisions. Isaac Basso, an assistant referee, are hereby banned from officiating for the rest of the season.
All right, so let's get on Zoom now and speak to the communications director of the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante Chum. Henry, thank you very much for joining us. Now, we're counting 4, and there could be likely more depending on how incidents go in the Ghana Premier League. But obviously, you're sending a big message to the referees.
Well, thank you very much, Nat. I think that before the start of the season, we engaged the referees on numerous occasions. There were different programs organized by the GFA. I must say that the referees manager, Alex Cote, has done a great job by coming up with programs and training events and all that for these referees. We have invested in the training of referees. We also took them through integrity training and integrity courses before the start of the season. So they all knew what was expected of them. They were cautioned to put up a good behavior. They were also reminded of the fact that they contributed a great deal to the number 12 expose. So they needed to come clean once they step out there to officiate matches. So these referees who got the nod to officiate in both the Premier League, the Division 1 League, and the Women's Premier League know the weight on their shoulders. There was the need for us to continue protecting the product or the brand, in this case, the 3 competitions, together with the other regional competitions that are yet to start. We also decided that this independent body, that is the match review panel, must be given the free will, because they are an independent body, so they must be given the free will to weed out the bad nuts who are still around. And then also there was the need to remind ourselves of the fact that we needed to also restore public confidence and make the competitions credible. So these have always been our guiding principles in the lead up to the competition and also in the course of the various championships. So once complaints come up, the match review panel needed to act. And unfortunately, we record all our matches, so it makes their work quite easier. And when they meet and they look into the cases and anyone is found culpable, then punishment must be meted out to whoever is found culpable.
Interesting that you mentioned footage of every single game. That obviously is a very commendable one, but added to that, how thorough are the remainder of the processes in arriving at these decisions for the avoidance of any doubt?
Okay, so this is the procedure. After every match day, we receive complaints. There is a way of making complaints available to the FA. There is a complaint form. These clubs who feel referees did not do them any good or referees' performance affected their results, pick up those complaints forms, and they have 24 hours to make an official complaint to the FA through the General Secretary. So once those complaints come up, the complaints are forwarded to the Match Review Panel, and they dedicate one full day to do that work. They first of all request for the videos of the matches from the communications department, and then the multimedia editor, who is here at the comms department, assist in going through all the matches during the review process. So the first thing they look at is the incident that is indicated on the complaint form. So for instance, a club comes up to say that a referee should have awarded them a penalty on the 24th minute. So they first of all look at the 24th minute incident. They do playbacks on numerous occasions and look at various angles to ascertain whatever went into that decision. Now, you reckon that the referee has just a few seconds to make a decision in the course of a football match. So in every decision that is taken by the Match Review Panel, they take the natural thinking action into place. They also look at the fact that these decisions are taken within a split second with the assistance of the referee's manager. He sits in every single meeting of the review panel and he makes contributions. So it is not as if they sit down, watch the match once, twice, and they come up with a decision. They go through it thoroughly with several playbacks. They pause, they check the movement of the referee, they look at the movement of the assistant referee, and even in some cases, the movement of the main actors. Here I'm referring to the players. So it is a thorough work, and I wish you sat in one of those meetings. Sometimes they begin as early as 9 a.m. and they close at 6 p.m. I have happened to sit in one of their meetings, and it's quite a difficult job that they do here. And once they are fully and convinced that those errors by the referee did not come by way of natural error, then they prefer sanctions or punishments to the referee.
Now, the Match Review Panel then looks at all of this material and does their assessment. Now, in the process, are the referees also given the opportunity to also take a look and see where they have gone wrong?
Well, the referees have the opportunity to appeal. And I know that this is the second time that this decision has come up this week. One of the referees who was banned in, I think one Premier League game, has appealed. And he is calling on the panel to have a second look at the video. And he has also come up with an explanation, sort of, what influenced his decision in that particular match. So it is not at every instance that they give the referees the opportunity to come and justify or make an input. These individuals are experts in the field of refereeing, and so whatever it is, they look at their expertise, they look at what went into the thinking or the decision, and they come up with these punishments. But at the end of the day, every single referee who feels he or she is being given a raw deal has the opportunity to appeal, and once that appeal comes up, an independent panel, sometimes we add to the already existing panel, or we task the same panel to look at it again. So in the instance of the last two sittings, the referees were not involved, but it is in our statutes that they have opportunity of appealing every decision that comes from the panel.
All right. Thank you very much, Henry. We'll leave it here, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more improved, performances from our referees. Henry Asante Chum is the spokesperson for the Ghana Football Association, dealing with the issue of the punishments meted out to some referees who have underperformed or taken decisions that have not been in the best interest of the game.